What's your name and what's your game?
What's good? Call me Ace. My game is called Five Mics. It's the hip hop trading card game. Think, Magic, Yu-Gi-Oh, but we're rappers instead of dragons.
Are you a big board game TCG person?
Totally. I played them all.
When did you start?
Man, I was like, I think 8 or 9. My first Pokemon cards.
Did you get scammed on your Pokemon cards like
Oh yeah,
I did as a kid?
Man, I got trade the Charizard for the Chansey kind of thing. Trade the Chansey for the Ditto. Oh, of course.
Were you able to keep any of them?
No, I'm sure my mom threw them all away. Or gave
What
it
a
to,
shame. I was able to sell my Charizard from my childhood.
That's so cool, man. I remember these getting made. Like I remember the blue eyes white dragon. Like I had like 5 of those decks. You know what I mean? Now it's whatever. It's okay. I don't grieve.
So yeah, tell me more about the game. Like what made you want to make it? Have you made board games before?
Yeah, no, I used to tinker and make games as a kid, but not for any kind of like publication kind of thing. But one day, man, I was just like, yo, what if instead of dragons and magicians, you had rappers with superpowers as the mechanic or as like the theme for a trading card game? And really it was just because where I'm from, not a lot of people play trading card games. It wasn't really a thing.
Where are you from?
I'm from Bridgeport, Connecticut, one of the poorest parts of Connecticut, and that county is one of the most economically disparate counties in the country. So,
Okay.
15 minutes away, you got Martha Stewart's house, and then where I'm from is where I'm from.
So the game has 5 styles.
Yep.
Did it always have 5 styles? Did you set out to have more or less?
So, with this game, I really just started with the idea of like, I bet it's a hip hop card game, so what does that mean? And, of course you're starting to think like, okay, cool, there's these artists and, whatever the case may be, but to really make this feel like a hip hop card game, it was like, all right, I want there to be money. I want you to be able to like get fast money or slow money. I wanted you to be able to, have a peaceful long life or be aggressive, right? And so as I started to build these mechanics while keeping the flavor of hip hop intact, that's really where the style started to come together. Once I like had certain mechanics that started to work well with each other, I was like, okay, let's bucket those into a style and call it chill, because it feels...
So you always knew you were designing a chill deck card, or was it like, this is the defense?
Once I started getting like certain mechanics like heal was like a very like, okay, I knew I wanted to have, because in our game, you're taking damage into your deck, right? Like your deck is your health. So I didn't want it to just always be the case where you're just decking out, right? Like I wanted there to still be this opportunity for you to play the game even if you have no cards in your deck, right? So that theme was like, okay, well, how can you make that a thing? So that's where cut came into play, where it's like, all right, I'm in the danger zone, but I'm cutting 10, so you have to, right? I'm like invincible. And that's where heal came in. And so once I had those 2 different mechanics, it was like, all right, well, I don't want heal and cut to be in the same, like, style, if you will, right? So by separating those, it's like, all right, well, you have conscious, they're the cutters, and then you have chill, those are the healers, and then it started to develop like that. I'm being real nerdy
The game, no, I mean it's a video game development podcast.
All right, great. Then I'm talking to my
like,
people.
Yeah, like the more nerdy, the more technical, the better.
Come on.
The artists in the game are somewhat archetypical, or like
They're fictional.
They're influenced and fictional, but based on other people.
No, they're not even based on anybody. They're just, hip hop is 50 years old. There are certain tropes and leitmotifs and things that we've just seen throughout these 5 decades that my inspiration, being a hip hop artist myself, like I've hit the Billboard chart, I've toured, like I love hip hop. So like for me, when I think of these 5 different styles in our game, chill, party, hardcore, emo, and conscious, in a way, these are leitmotifs of genres that we're already familiar with. So as a player, if you're even, and I've built this for people that never played a trading card game before, but if you're familiar with hip hop, and I tell you, okay, you're playing the hardcore style, they're aggressive, they have trap cards because there's trap music, even if you don't understand trading card games, thematically, you will feel like you're a hardcore art, right? You're gonna feel like you're 50 Cent, you're gonna feel like you're Casanova or whatever the case, right? And so that was really important for me. But the artists themselves, I mean, these are all just made up people. You know what I mean? So
was it hard naming them? Because like it's so hard to stand out in hip hop. It's so hard to be original. The idea of making cards of like actual fictional rappers seems like a challenge.
It couldn't be easier. There are millions of artists in the world right now like MC such and such, like sounds hilarious, but that can also just be a name.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? And so
Was the Hip Hop 50 like a inspirational moment for this game? Because one thing I do like is it seems kind of timeless in
Yeah.
that like the conscious deck.
Yeah.
Like there's not like
There's
not like basketball playing conscious rappers
Right.
that look like the card, but the card looks like Common.
Exactly.
Or whoever the inspiration is.
Or like J. Cole.
Yeah.
Or any.
And even with the hardcore deck, like I was thinking of a different person before you said 50 Cent.
Who
And
were you thinking of?
I was thinking of Bumpy Knuckles. Just because, like 9 times out of 10 he rapped about punching people, and
That's
the
right.
guy had the like
That makes sense.
the powered
power
fist.
yeah.
So, but then I was like, oh, that's a much more.
No, I like that. I like
Yeah.
it. I mean, but that's the thing, right? When you look at these cards, if they evoke any kind of like, connection to what it should feel like, that adds that extra sense of satisfaction when you're playing the game. You know what I mean? When you're playing Party and you're re-upping like crazy and you have 12 bags in one round and you're just spending money, you feel like you are, the party artist with the viral hit and you're just going crazy, right? And so it took a long time. Like, I've had this idea for 7 years, but
But it seems
it's
like
gone through years of iteration.
And how long is it? Like, it seems like it's coming out.
It's out.
It's out. It's out. You can buy it.
5mics.io, baby.
Yeah.
Come buy your decks. Stop playing with us.
Did you do Kickstarter or
No.
something?
No.
So it's just always been for sale.
I did a pre-order campaign and it sold out, and that was enough to keep going.
Yeah. And has it always been 5 decks, or did you add a deck? Are there more decks coming?
So we're in the early part of this is set 1. So this is the starter decks for set 1, and then we got our booster box coming for set 1 soon. But that's already designed. I have the next 3 sets already designed. But yeah, the starter decks, the way that and this is how it should always be when you're building trading card games, but for me, the starter decks are in and of themselves sufficient for one player to play. So, if 2 players are playing with 2 starter decks, like, that can feel like a board game experience. They don't have to add any new cards, like, you can replay that, right? Because that's where the variance comes in with TCGs, where it's like, oh man, if I drew this, or, wow, that 1 point of damage, it was just 1, but it was my best card, like all that kind of stuff, right? So you can keep replaying with just the starter decks, and then the booster boxes and the booster packs just add that, like, ooh, I want to, tech my deck, enhance my deck, And, we got some casual players that maybe they're not thinking like that. They don't want to do that. But then we have other folks that are like, all right, bet the starting decks are the foundation. Now I want to really make, like, the dopest conscious deck, or I want to make a conscious chill deck, or, you know what I mean?
So you're not doing boosters.
We are.
You're doing boosters
Yeah, we
as
are.
well?
That's what the booster packs or the booster boxes will be. There's 24 packs in the box and all that stuff.
This has been a very professional demoing station. Like, I'm actually quite impressed for, like, a GDC off conference thing.
That means a lot, man.
To have a team.
It's my first time doing this.
I come in when it opened, it was completely full.
Thank you.
So this is the first time you've ever shown a board game.
Not a board game,
Or
but here, like, shout out to Diana of Game Post in San Francisco. I hit her up and I was like, hey, I'm coming up from LA and I got a little game and I'd love to. I saw your shop. It looks beautiful. I'd love to do it. And Diana was so down. She was like, yeah, let's do it. Yeah. There she is right there.
I'm watering the tree.
Yeah, you're fine. You're fine. And so, this
is your first time showing this game?
In San Francisco.
In San Francisco. Where else have you shown it? Have you gone to like
several stores in LA? We're actually in partnership with the store now in LA. They're going to be selling 5 mics in their store.
Oh, awesome.
I was at MagFest in DC. Got a lot of people.
Okay, so you've been doing the board game circuit.
Trying. I mean, I've just.
There's a lot of people coming in have not played. They weren't like super familiar with.
It's March, right? So I've been doing this for 5 months.
Okay, awesome.
Yeah, just like this.
And what have you like? Is this like the much more polished version? Like, were any like hurdles you hit during your like showing at other places that you've kind of like learned and overcome?
Not hurdles, but every time I do one, I learn something. But not hurdles. I mean, you're just always, you don't know what to expect. Like, for example, I don't live in the Bay Area right now. This is GDC. Yeah. A lot of people could have been like, oh, I don't want to come, and it could have been empty, right? Yeah. Like, it could have been that, and you just don't know. I mean, I'm used to...
And have you been networking at these events, like connecting with people to get it, like,
to tell them to come?
Stuff? Yeah.
No.
So this is just all natural. How did people find out about this?
I just put up a post. I did put our link. I submitted to Grace Zhao was like, there are events in GDC kind of thing.
Oh, okay.
But that was it. I'm not gonna lie to you. I didn't really do any promotion.
Well, I saw it
did a little more.
because I saw it in
I'm tired.
the GDC parties website
Dope.
that Ty Taylor puts on, where it puts all the events. Like I went through everything.
That's dope.
And this was the only
That's
thing
dope.
that I wanted to go to.
That's dope, man. Come on. Yes. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a Google form thing, and I just did the thing, and that was it.
Awesome. Well, it's great to have stuff like this.
Yeah.
Thanks for being on the question bus.
No, of course, man. This is dope. I appreciate you even sliding through, playing the game. I'm glad you enjoyed it. I mean, I made you work hard for it, man, and you really did. So that was crazy.
I won.
Yeah. Let them know. And I really tried. Let's just to make it hurt even more.
And is there anything else you want to plug?
Yeah, 5 mics. Our starter decks are available right now. If you go to 5 mics, FIVEMICS.io, you'll see everything that we're doing. You look up 5 mics hip hop trading card game, and you'll find us. You'll find me. Call me Ace, 3 words, or Ace Patterson. I'm on LinkedIn, Instagram, whatever, whatever you want to do. Find me.
And that's where people find your music. Because you said you were music artist as well.
Hey man, if you like hip hop, call me Ace on Spotify, YouTube, Apple Music,
How
whatever.
do you describe your hip hop?
Hey,
That's
man.
probably an awful.
How do you describe your hip hop?
Yeah, you'll be the second rapper I've interviewed.
If I was in like my style, if we're gonna talk 5 mic styles, I'm like a mix between chill and conscious.
So those decks are OP then.
And I mean you were playing hardcore and you beat me. Yeah, I had a full-time corporate job. I worked at, Google, Facebook stuff. So I got a lot of music talking about, working from home, being out of office, all that kind of stuff. So, I'm a nerd, man. Check it out. You'll appreciate it. I'm a hustler. I'm a nerd. I'm a go-getter. I'm an entrepreneur, and I put all that in the music. I'm a father. I'm a son. I'm a husband. So I give you all of it, yo. But honestly, survival is the name of the game. I grew up homeless. To even be where I'm at right now is just a blessing from God. And so just to be able to give whatever I can to the people that are around me, that's really what I'm about. And so I'm just grateful that this game can bring fun, entertainment, levity in an otherwise calamitous time.